Crafters, Lisa here from Fun Stuff Crafts. So glad you could join me for another Inspiration Friday. So this week, I can't wait to show you the project. So make sure you stay tuned and learn how to make a memory pillow out of a flannel shirt. And hey, you guys, I have got to do a big shout out to all of my subscribers. This week, we hit 10,000 subscribers, and I can't thank you guys enough. And hey, if you're stopping by my channel and you're not a subscriber, please click on that bell down below. Click on the subscribe button, then click on the bell, and YouTube should alert you each time I upload a new video. We try to do it every Friday. That's why we call it Inspiration Friday. So give me a second. I'm going to get my camera angle changed. I'm going to meet you at my table, and I am going to show you how to make this great Christmas gift. Hey crafters, Lisa here from Fun Stuff Crafts. So glad you could join me for another Inspiration Friday. I am so glad you stopped by today. Now I gotta be perfectly honest with you, I had a whole different project picked out for today. But I had a girlfriend call me this week and she wanted to make something special for Christmas and wanted to know if I could help her out. So of course I said, sure, what is it that you need? Well, unfortunately earlier this year, her father passed away. And she had all kinds of his flannel shirts. And so she was wanting to know if I could help her make some flannel shirts or pillows out of her dad's flannel shirts. So she dropped off a bunch of shirts for me, dropped off some pillows, the insides of the pillows, and I got working on it. I did a couple different designs, but this one I absolutely love, you guys, and it is so easy. There's just 4 seams to this whole project. The biggest work it takes is to cut the shirt out. But let me show you how easy it is to put this together, okay? So what she gave me is a bunch of shirts. So this is one of her dad's flannel shirts and an 18 by 18 inch pillow. Now, the size of what we're going to cut out is really dependent on the size of this pillow, okay? So since it's 18 by 18, we want to make sure we've got that much for the shirts. Now, luckily, all of these shirts she gave me are all extra large. So I've got lots of room to work with these shirts. The other thing that I thought was so fun to do is all of these shirts have pockets. So I left the pockets in the front, you guys, so really easy. And I was originally going to put a zipper in it, but you know what, you guys? I just left it just like this. You can unbutton it, get the pillow out, you can throw this in to wash it, and you're going to be all set. So let's get going. All you need to do is we need to disassemble the shirt. So what I like to do first is I like to button up the shirt. That really helps me get the measurements out, okay? Now it's 18 by 18. And to be perfectly honest with you guys, I like to start with about an 18.5 by 18.5 inch for the pillow because that way it's nice and snug in here, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to cut right down the seams, the side seams there of the shirt, okay? And I'm just going to, this actually kind of reminds me, you guys, if you saw a couple weeks ago, I did a tutorial on using some of my husband's old work shirts. This really reminds me of what I did to make those aprons. So it would have been fun if she would have given me an extra shirt. I was thinking I could have made her an apron out of her dad's shirts. So I'm just going to cut around here, you guys. And then once I get it cut around, I've got my mat underneath here. And with my mat, what I'm going to do is I am going to measure and get the right measurements for the shirt. Now, this is a plaid shirt, and so I like to have the sides matching. And I'll show you what I mean on the one that I've already done. Okay, so these are all extras. But I'm keeping those sleeves, you guys. Those are a really nice flannel. But see what I mean about the sides? So I like to match those up as close as possible. okay? So what I'm gonna do is I like to cut this part first, okay? Because I wanna make sure that the front of the shirt, I can get the width that I need, okay? So I'm just gonna bring it over to my cutting, and I want about 18. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna eyeball right down the middle of this line, okay? So I have a straight edge on this side, okay? So with that straight edge, and I like to get the pockets in as much as possible. So let's measure the top first. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to make sure that I can get 18 and a half, and I can just get it right going across the top there, okay? So I'm going to cut. So you guys, you're really playing with this. Now, if you guys didn't want to keep the pockets in, you would work around the pockets, but I really like the idea of the pockets. And the one that she showed me that she had the idea from had pockets in it, okay? So now what I want to do is I want to see where I'm going to come in at my 18 and a half, okay? And it's going to be going right down here. Now you guys, I love to make little gnomes for Christmas, and these scraps from these shirts are going to be perfect for little gnome scarves or little gnome hats. Okay, I'm going to straighten off this edge just a little bit, you guys. So I'm coming in just at about anywhere from 18 to 18 and a half. It's not exact, you guys. Okay, so I'm going to come in right at 18 and a half there, and then I'm going to see where that puts me. Now you guys, I'm cutting the front first because then what I want to do is I want to match the back up to the front, okay? The other thing I will tell you is as I cut through where those buttons are, is that I do have my walking foot on my machine because this is really thick right there. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to take that back, okay, and I want to see where I want to do my first cut, okay, and I'm trying to match up so I've got my lines all going right, okay. So it looks like I'm going to cut this guy, and you guys could use a rotary cutter. I just feel in this case it's much easier for me to guess this with my scissors because it's not exact since I'm cutting from the shirt. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to put this one underneath since I've got my bottom cut. Okay, and I'm just going to match up my sides. My front and my back I'm not as worried about. Now if you guys want to match those up exact, you sure can. It's a little hard to do the front and or the top and the bottom because of how the buttons are though, you guys. I'll just forewarn you that makes it just a little bit more difficult, okay? So I've got my sides lined up, okay? Got those all nice and lined up, okay? And then all I'm gonna do is I'm going to cut around. Okay, so I'm just using that as my tracer. Okay, and then this is how easy this project is, you guys. We are going to, or I'm going to, run this over to the sewing machine. And before I do that, we'll clip it together. But I'm going to sew all the way around, you guys. Okay, no need for leaving anything open, no hand stitching here whatsoever, okay? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn it and I'm going to put right sides together, okay? So right sides together, I'm going to grab my clips and I'm going to clip this, okay? I'm going to start on this side. And I just want to make sure that my stripes are matching up, okay? So I'm just going to clip it. It just helps me when I take it over to the sewing machine that I have those all in the right spaces. And again, you guys, I'm not going to worry as much about the top and the bottom as I am with the sides. Okay? So, this just comes together so quick, you guys. And what a heartfelt gift this is. Okay. So what I'm going to do, you guys, is I'm just going to run over the sewing machine, because all I'm going to do is I'm going to go start my stitch, back stitch, go up, across, down, and over. And that is it. Okay, so let me go run and do that. I'll be right back, and we'll put the insides to this pillow down, and I'll show you how cute it is. Okay, you guys, as easy as that. Like I said, all I've done is sew all the way around. Okay, now what I'm going to do before I turn it inside out is I am going to clip those corners. Okay, so I'm just clipping off the corner. Okay, and then we're going to reach inside. Okay, I'm going to reach inside here, and I'm going to unbutton the shirt. It's a little awkward, but it works. And so by unbuttoning it, that way I can turn the shirt right side out. Okay. So I just thought this was such a great idea, and my girlfriend is going to give these to her sons for Christmas, and they will have a memory of Grandpa, definitely. So how fun. Okay, so now all I have to do is open up my pillowcase, or my pillow insides. Okay, and then we're just going to shove that right in the pillow. And how easy is this, you guys? I love the idea. Like I said, originally I was going to put a zipper in, and then I thought, well, maybe I'll do the envelope pillow. And then I got to thinking, why not just use the buttons right here in the front? So I'll button it all together, and these flannel shirts are just made so nice. And that way, they can easily be washed. But look at that, you guys. Is that not just so cute? And how quick and easy was that? So she's given me 8 shirts to make. So I'll be making 8 of these pillows for her. And I can't wait to hear what her kids think about these when they open them up for Christmas. So I'll give you a close-up view when I get them all done. I sure hope you like this tutorial. Just another heartfelt idea for a Christmas gift for a loved one. Thanks so much for joining me for another Inspiration Friday. And hey, if you like this tutorial, will you give it a thumbs up? And I'd love to hear your comments down below. Thank you. And what do you guys think? Here are those cute pillows. I just love how they turned out. Oh, yep, that gnome just had to jump in there too. But just look at that, you guys. I just love this heartfelt gift of a flannel shirt from her dad to her boys. If you're looking for other DIY projects, make sure you check out my blog at funstuffcrafts.com.